The next question is from Dave. How did the chicken tractor on steroids multi-pile composting system come to be? Was it an incremental improvement on other systems? Can you walk us through where you first had the idea to when it arrived at its current final form? For processing massive amounts of food waste, as from schools and cafeterias, is the tractor on steroids superior to the massive pile systems that Carl Hammer in Vermont is using? Well, I was actually with Carl when I came up with the idea. I could see his massive system, and Carl produces bulk compost en masse. So he is really an industrial compost producer. And I just looked at it and I thought, how can I bring this down to a small system for the small farmer? Because I'm always thinking about the smaller systems. What's the minimum size? So that's where it came to be. And I was on my way from Vermont to Jordan. I put a system in there 10 weeks before I put a system in here. That system still exists today. It's exactly the same system. It's exactly what I put together. 5 piles turned every week once, and incrementally moved down the hill over 5 weeks. We've put a bit more shade over it because it's Jordan. We're up against the rock wall on one side, shading the westerly sun, stand below ground a little bit. It's the same systems that we evolved here. Not much really changed. We did try a move-in system where you could actually move the whole system along. It was like a little train moving across the landscape instead of being stationary. That worked too. I think it all works. What's the difference between it and a massive system? One's bigger, one's smaller. If you took the large amount of waste and put it through multiple small systems, it would still work. If you took a large amount of waste, put it into a big system, it would still work. You need big equipment to move the big material. Carl Hammer moves his material with a large excavator. If you replace the large excavator with lots of people with pitchforks and rakes and broke it up into multiple small systems, it would be the same system. Compost is compost. If you get too big, the actual weight of the system makes it anaerobic. So Carl's system's only a large pile in the initial stages. A few weeks into his process, they're all long piles, no more than 1.5 meters high, because the weight of the pile gets too much for the organisms at the bottom of the pile. So they remain aerobic if they become long windrows. So they're all exactly the same, governed by the process of compost. That's how it works.